Former Alaska Governor and Fox News contributor Sarah Palin, who we so rudely cut off earlier because Congressman Paul came out unexpectedly. Governor Palin, thank you so much for standing by. My apologies for that earlier. Wanted to talk to you about tonight because you had said that if you lived in South Carolina, you would be supporting Newt Gingrich because you wanted to see the race go on. You think that's better for the Republican Party. Tell us why.
I do, and first, don't apologize for cutting me off. I would much rather hear from a warrior out on the field than an armchair quarterback anytime, Megan. So, I appreciate what you're doing there. The more vetting, the more ideas vigorously debated, the better it is for the electorate. So we need this to continue, and I'm glad to see the result that was tonight, knowing that it will continue, and we can start talking about more of the solutions that this country needs to get back on the right track, more about job creation.
Is that an endorsement of anybody in particular, though?
I'm still not endorsing anyone at this time, but I'll tell you, when my husband endorsed Newt Gingrich last week or 2 weeks ago, and I had explained to your colleague there, Eric Bolling, that Todd is all about Carhartts and steel-toed boots. He's all about work and work ethic and job opportunities, and I think real reflective of red-blooded average Americans who just want that opportunity to work, and who would it be who can best espouse ideas on how job opportunities can be embraced by this electorate out there who is very, very cognizant of the fact that we don't have enough jobs out there because government has been on the back of our small businesses and our corporations and not allowed the expansion needed. So I think that endorsement was real reflective of a lot of Americans who understand that somebody with experience in cutting government budgets, cutting taxes, which does more for liberty and an economic turnaround than anything else, someone who has waged war on Hillary Care and government taking over of health care, somebody with that experience, plus somebody who has struggled personally and overcome struggles and challenges, would be one that was embraced by voters. And again, I think that even Todd's endorsement of Newt Gingrich was reflective of that.
Okay, Governor, so you're not going to endorse tonight, but let's say you're a voter in Florida. What would you tell a voter in Florida? Should Rick Santorum stay in this race? Should he be an option there for Florida voters, or should there be a consolidation of the conservatives behind Newt Gingrich?
I think with Rick Perry having dropped out and that Patriot having done well for the front runner, whom I will call Newt Gingrich now being the front runner, having endorsed him, was a good, smart move. He kind of took one for the team there, the conservative team, when he dropped out. But I don't see that necessity right now going into Florida for Rick Santorum. Listen to that speech he just gave. It was awesome. It was great. It was about work and work ethic and what made America great with free enterprise. So I would just, encourage everybody to stay tuned to these upcoming debates. Listen carefully without that filter of the mainstream media and without the filter of the super PAC ads that are so negative, and listen closely to what the candidate is actually saying about how liberty can be espoused and lived out in our country with government getting off our back and allowing the private sector to grow and thrive. It's the candidates themselves and what they are saying that needs to be listened to. As we head into more of that process going into Florida, we'll see what happens next.
Governor Palin, thank you very much.